Okay, so I'm gonna fade over. There we go. Okay, what's good, y'all? Hopefully the chat box is still intact. I think everything is good to go. Okay. Again, thank you, Roger, for going on. If there's anything you want to say before we begin to the people we have here.
No, just like I'm happy that you guys are having me. This is gonna be exciting, man. I feel like it's always a good time talking about Etika's legacy and like just everything that he set in motion on YouTube. I feel like we had a good conversation before we even started recording today about like all the things that were set in motion in terms of content creation because of him. And yeah, man, I'm excited to celebrate him today. This is gonna be great.
Bets. Okay, still a little bad at this podcast thing, but that's whatever. Okay, so we two questions for you before we get into, I guess, a general question for everybody here, and then the live stream. So if you're cool with answering, how did you and Des become friends?
Oh man, this was like however many years ago. I think it was a Skype group with Shofu, I want to say initially.
Damn, Skype.
This is like, so a little bit of backstory. So I started YouTube. This would have been like 2013, 2014. I didn't like actively start uploading content until like 2014, but obviously I do the Japan Time podcast with Shofu and with Ricky. We just had our 10-year anniversary, and Shofu had like a Skype group for like Pokemon battles and Smash Brothers things and stuff, and so Des just happened to be in that group. And then we just got to talking and hanging out, and just the vibe was right, man, and we just were friends ever since. So, but it would have been somewhere around that. It would have been like 2013, 2014.
Yeah, I was going to say Skype. That's a minute ago. I don't even know if Skype is still fucking running, but
I don't think so.
Weird.
Discord kind of took over.
Yeah, I don't think there's any coming back. I don't think there's any coming back, honestly.
No.
I've never heard the Skype. The Skype ring was like nice, but besides that, no. So, okay, for next one, hold on. I have this on my notes. I'm so fucking unprepared.
Yeah, man, let's go.
So, okay, here's one for you. How has he impacted your life view, I guess you on a personal level, or like a bigger one, or any intricate details you want to add on to that? In pertaining to content, or just how you carry yourself?
Where do I even start, man? I feel like it's like, I mean this legitimately as both a friend of his and also a viewer of his content. I think like, and again, we talked about this before we even started recording. I genuinely believe the environment of live streaming today, not just for like YouTube, Nintendo creators, right? But for everybody, would not be the same without him existing, right? Like, I feel like he paved the way for so many people in so many different ways. Like we were talking earlier about like sponsors, right? Having like the sponsors prior to them even being like memberships that were officially enacted on YouTube, right? Like I remember having those conversations with him like years and years and years prior to them even like making it a regular thing, and talking about like, man, I'm so jealous that you got access to like the sponsor stuff. I would love to get that to stream more, and him like helping me out, and then like reaching out to my partner manager to then get me in the early beta program to like make that stuff happen. But then it only being able to like gaming content creators, like now obviously memberships are available for everybody on YouTube, but like for a time that was something that was only eligible for people who had made gaming content. And like a lot of the content that I make on YouTube is gaming, but a lot of it is also entertainment and anime. And so like having those conversations of trying to set that in place, I feel like just in general too, like his hype, like his unabashed hype, I think paved the way for everybody to just be like open with their emotions and like not be embarrassed to like post a reaction video of you screaming over a Nintendo character. It's like, I'm a grown-ass man in my 20s who's excited to see Mewtwo in Smash Brothers. Like, and I think it was cool. Like he made it cool, which I think prior to, like, as somebody who grew up in like the 90s and in the early 2000s, who like remembers the way that Nintendo was seen as sort of like this kiddie platform, right? It was always seen as almost like a lesser than, right? Like you had like PS2 was the big dog system, Xbox was for the hardcore, GameCube, right, was for like the kiddos. That was always kind of the thing. And as somebody who grew up with Nintendo and was always hype about Nintendo and Sonic as well, obviously, his other great love, right?
Yes.
You know, like playing Adventure 2 Battle and stuff and everything on the GameCube, like that was never what was cool growing up. And I think this, I don't even know how he managed to do it, but this was the magic that Des had, right? Was like making it cool. Like putting the content out there and like just his unabashed hype and love and passion for these things, turning into something that was no longer something like to be made fun of and was instead something to like be admired, right? Like his passion for this stuff is something that other people could then be like, you know what? I was just as passionate about this thing. I'm happy to see somebody else like this. Man, this dude's super cool. He's being honest about his thoughts on this, this, and this. I want to watch more of him, right? And whether that led into like, even like his playthroughs. Like, I think people don't talk about this enough when talking about Dez's legacy, but like, Etika had the best, and I'm like, the best, without a shadow of a doubt, playthroughs on YouTube. Period. The best. No one did it like him in tournament, especially live playthroughs, right? I feel like there's a lot of great Let's Players that are out there, and there's a lot of people who paved the way with Let's Play type content. But like with live streams specifically of Nintendo games, dude, to this day, if I ever want to be happy, I go back and I watch his playthrough of Fire Emblem, right? I go back and watch him playing through Sun and Moon again, right? And like every once in a while you'll listen to it and then like he'll say something in the chat and it just makes you smile and you think back to like where you were and you watched it for the first time. And like the way that he involved his audience, like I really think he paved the way for how people should look at live streaming gamed content today. Right? Like, I feel like the era of the Let's Play and, like, uploading 80-part playthroughs as videos is kind of over. And I think a large part of that is because of the way that people were enjoying his content. Right? Because we were sitting there watching his content for like 3, 4, 5 hours at a time, struggling through Sonic Mania or, you know, making his custom character in Sonic Forces or, you know, watching him struggle with losing a character in Fire Emblem, you know, all the different, even like member incentives, right? Like even the fact that I'm calling them member incentives, like at the time they were sponsor things, like all the different stuff he put in place. He was a legend. He will always be a legend. Undertale, bro. I didn't even mention Undertale.
Wait, you're not going to talk about Xenoblade, though?
How
that was his...
Sans? Oh, my God, man.
I think... I'm glad that you brought that up. For me, I think my favorite playthrough of his would be Xenoblade Chronicles 2, just because of the sheer enthrallment he had for that game. Like, he made me give a fuck about Xenoblade. I didn't even know what it was before, but it was just, like, I think the amount of passion and the amount of, like, he made every Xenoblade stream feel like an event you had to be there for, like, with the music and all the fucking... That's what meant the most to me, honestly. And that's probably would be my favorite out of all of them. Of course, like the fucking Sans thing is iconic. Delta in the whole playthrough was top notch. I'm glad you brought that up.
Persona 5.
Persona 5 is dope too.
Persona 5, my freaking favorite. Bro, he loved that music the same way I do, brother. Just jam out, forget everything that's going on.
I'm glad you bring that up too, because that was something you mentioned, like on a personal level, right? Like I think that is also a big reason why we connected the way that we did, was over our mutual love of music. I think nowadays people are paying more attention to like hype music tracks in video games, but I don't think people talked about it in the same way as like Des did, right? Like he would do like music reactions for like Xenoblade X tracks that were on the website. Like I remember literally talking to him about like setting up those videos and putting those videos in place. And like, again, it's just cool to see how he paved the way for, again, not only the rest of the Nintendo community, but just people who are live streamers in general. And again, his passion for game music, his passion for Nintendo content, it's just everything. Like he was the best, man. He was the best. And he is still the best. Like, I say this in the past tense, but, like, he is still with us. And his stuff is timeless. And he really is still the best to ever do it and will always be the best to ever do it.
Real shit.
Without a doubt, for sure.
I think that is, like, a great segue into the next question I had for you. But I think that the way his like memory was perpetuated, this is, you know what, I'm just gonna leave with the question before I start fucking rambling. How do you think that his legacy has
You're rambling. I was the one who was...
No, but listen.
I'm the one rambling about all this other stuff.
When I start, I don't fucking stop, Roger. I'm telling you. Ren can testify. And by the way, before like we continue, thank you to everybody in the chat. I wanted to say hi real quick. I'm usually on top of that. I'm just, I don't know if it's a T, which is fucking...
Shout out to the boys.
Shout out to the y'all.
Shout out to more.
JoyConBoyz, man.
Let me see. How did I phrase this?
Forever.
So, I guess you already answered this question. So you know what? Here, I'm gonna just, I guess, open the floor up for general questions, because you kind of just answered all the like ones I was interested in. I don't know, Ren, if you have any ones like personal ones you'd like to ask.
Brother, are you ready for more One Piece, man? Sorry.
That's one thing.
I have to ask.
I will say that's one thing. It's funny that. You know, that I don't, at least to my knowledge, Etika was not like the biggest One Piece fan in the world. But I do think it's funny. I do think it's funny, though, how much we bonded over AOT. dude, like Attack on Titan,
yes.
man, like
yes.
Those hype moments, like we mentioned earlier, right? Like those early Skype calls and those early Skype groups pre-Discord, and like, dude, I remember vividly being like in conversations where it was literally just like me, Dez, and Ricky Cocaine from Japan Time, and the three of us like talking about what is going on in the world of AOT and like seeing these new episodes and like how excited we were to like hear certain music tracks or like to see big story reveals. Like I think that was something else that we absolutely bonded over. And yeah, it's great, man. It's great.
I really hate that he wasn't. I'm sorry. I don't want to like bring somber notes into this, but I think like speaking of Attack on Titan, the finale was fucking phenomenal, bro. Down to like,
dude, he would have loved it.
He would have. That shit was crazy. Like all the plot, like all the characters that they were able to assemble back together. I don't want to say too much for those who haven't watched it. Which at this point, what are you doing? But it's just like It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. I think that's from the cinema.
I mean, that's something when you were talking about like his legacy, right? I think that's something that to this day, those of us that do content creation on YouTube, and especially those of us who are friends with him, right? Like, who we will get in our live chats like regularly, like, dude, if only Des was here to see this, right? And we get this. I can't even tell you the amount of times I've gotten that for like when Fire Emblem games got announced. Even when I was streaming my playthrough of Three Houses, right? That was right after he had passed, and. I dedicated my playthrough to him because it was just like the fact that he wasn't there with us to experience that was like it was incredibly sad, man. And every time I like watch a Smash trailer or like see a Nintendo reveal or when Steve was announced for Minecraft or like the end of AOT or whatever, right? It's the kind of thing that like you just have to take a step back and be like, not that I wish that he was here, right? Because we all wish that he was here, obviously. But it's more that, like, his hype lives on through in some way. Like, I never feel like when I'm watching one of these trailers for something that, like, he's not experiencing it. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like he's with us through all those hype moments. I feel like every time I get excited about something or anytime I see somebody else get super excited about something, whether it's like a new Nintendo announcement or like a cool anime episode or whatever, I feel like in some way, like his passion is living on through us. So yeah, man, I love the guy. I do I really, and I think that's the beauty of the content that he made. And like, again, his unabashed passion was just unrivaled. Yeah. Absolutely unrivaled.
Real. And that I think circling back to the kind of making like Nintendo cool or liking it, like, making like all that shit, the whole umbrella. I think he put, I'm not gonna say like, because there's been a multiple of people to do it, but I think he really put Black nerds on the map, and I will forever be grateful for that. 100%. That shit is like, because like growing up like in PC, it was just like, it wasn't, because I think I was like, in the age range I was personally, it wasn't like a crazy thing to like Nintendo. They still looked at you like a little crazy, but just to know that like at least I could feel comfortable because he was so comfortable just doing that, being himself with Nintendo and like fucking anime wife and all that shit. That's what always rings true for me.
Oh, dude, I mean, even like that's something else you're talking about in terms of other like anime and gaming type content, right? Is like the love of the waifu, right? Like playing through a game and choosing like your favorite waifu and like going to town on ride or die for this girl. Like I feel like I play Fire Emblem that way because of him now, right? Like my brain is rotted permanently whenever they announce new Pokemon characters and you see like Thick Wick and Lady Lusamine, and like it's just crazy. It's crazy. Like he really did like create the vocabulary of like that anime loving, more mature Nintendo. Like, because something else that like we bonded over. I'm sorry, I'm going like on a bunch of different tangents, but again, it's just like
don't apologize. Don't apologize.
My love for him, bro.
Good, man. That's what we're here for. That's what we're here for.
Something else that I think we always bonded over was the fact that like we grew up liking Sonic more than Mario. Is something that's rare to find amongst the Nintendo community. Is I feel like, especially like among my fellow like brand ambassadors and stuff like that, right? Is like Mario is king, right? And for me, I could give less of a shit about mainline Mario.
Wait, do you hate Mario too? Bro. Do you hate Mario too?
I don't hate the different. Okay, to be fair, I also think his hate for Mario was slightly exaggerated. He did not hate Mario, but I feel like he loved Sonic significantly more. And I am very much in the same situation in which, like, I am not really a huge platformer guy, but I love me a good Sonic game, right? You get a good soundtrack in there. You get it, especially like the 2D ones, right? You get like your Sonic Manias, and your Sonic 2s, and your Sonic 3s, your Adventure Battle, right? Like, dude.
Wait, hold on. Wait, okay. As somebody who like fucks with Sonic Mania and then Live and Learn and all this Sonic shit, what would your like favorite Sonic, like top 3 Sonic songs be?
Sonic songs? Okay. This is gonna be a weird one. I'm gonna say Press Garden from Sonic Mania. I really like Press Garden. Press Garden is really, really good. If you don't know what Press Garden is, go look it up. It's one of the newer stages. It's like the Sakura Blossom, like newspaper print themed, like winter course that was in Sonic Mania.
Was it like in the middle of the game? Was it in the middle of the game?
It's in like the middle of the game. It's in like the middle of the game. That music's incredible. Stardust Speedway, obviously, like dun 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 dun, you know, like so good. I feel like, man, Sonic Adventure 2 Battles got so many bangers. Like I'm a Spy, Fly in the Freedom, Live and Learn. Like, dude, there's banger after banger after. Pumpkin Hill, obviously, incredible. City Escape, great.
Okay, valid list.
I also, my first video game ever. My first video game system ever was the Sega Pico, which you youngins don't even. That's what I'm saying. You youngins don't even know what the hell the Sega Pico is. Sega Pico was a old Sega system in which the cartridges were actually books. They were children's books, and you would plug the children book cartridge into this like easel-looking console.
Nigga, what were you? Hold on, can I show this on the screen? What the fuck is that? Yo, that's crazy.
Pull it up.
Hold on, I don't know if y'all can see this. Hold on, let me. This shit looks insane. Nigga, that's a whole picture.
Yes. And so my first game that was on that, I had 2 games that I got with it when I was like 4 or 5 years old or whatever. And it was Tails Music Maker and Richard Scarry's like Day in the Life or whatever with Lowly Worm. And like those were my 2 games that I had on my Sega. There it is, Tails and the Music Maker, bro. That's it. That's my thing right there. That was my interest. So like realistically, in terms of the franchises that I still love to this day, bro, that's what got me into it. I was an old head. People think of me as like a Nintendo person, and obviously I am because Sonic and Nintendo is like so ingrained with one another nowadays. But like, dude, that was where I started off with things, and then it evolved into like my first actual video game system was N64. My first actual game was like Banjo-Kazooie. I was fortunate enough to grow up during like the Pokemania craze of the late '90s, right? So like, I was a 9-year-old when Pokemon was being released for the first time. So like, bro, that's what I'm saying. Like, I grew up with this shit. Like, this was my life. And it obviously molded me into who I am today and like what I'm still doing online and like creating Nintendo videos and anime videos and Pokemon videos and all this other kind of stuff. It's because it's the stuff that I loved as a kid. I'm ancient, bro. I'm like people. Yeah, I'm not gonna forget how old I am.
I don't even think I was a fucking concept back in. When did Pokemon come out?
You weren't even a concept.
Pokemon.
You had to have been a concept if you're in college, man.
Pokemon
was like 1998, 1999.
No, I came out in 2005. I came out in 2005.
That's okay. Can I just say how freaking wild it is that you said I came out in 2005 like you're a Nintendo game, bro. You said I was released in 2025.
Okay, no, that's just
date was
20. Listen, I'm an art student. I'm an art student. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Give me a pass for that one. That's just.
I was released in 2005 is an insane thing to say.
Hey, man, limited release run, I guess.
We have to quote him on that.
Crazy.
We have to quote him on that. Quote him on that. Somebody in the chat quote him on that.
So funny.
Please, between the Minecraft shit and the Adidas, I don't want any more quotes. Please, I don't want any more quotes. Damn.
Get used to it.
Okay, this is really embarrassing, but I think I ran out of like pre-written questions.
Don't even worry, dude. Let's just let's just shoot the shit, man. I mean, there's obviously so much awesome stuff to talk about. I think like a fun story that I always like to talk about was this would have been C2E2 2017. Dude, Des was with me when I met my girlfriend. He was literally with me when I met her. I mean, we've been together for 8 years, and he was present the first moment that I met my girlfriend. Shout out to Reagan. But literally, she was cosplaying as Mercy. This was at C2E2, which was like the Chicago Comic Convention. She was cosplaying as Mercy. This would have been 2017. 2017. Yeah. And so she was cosplaying as Mercy at this convention. And I had messaged her on Instagram being like, hey, I'm going to be at this event. Like, I would love to see you. And I told Des, like, bro, there's this girl that I like that's going to be at the convention.
Ooh.
I know she's doing like an Overwatch. And at the time, obviously, both of us were still regularly playing Overwatch. And both Etika and I. And so I was like, dude, she's doing an Overwatch cosplay shoot on the top floor of the convention center. Let's like crash the cosplay shoot. Like, let's go do it. And he, of course, down for anything, was like, bro, let's go. I got you. So we run up to her. This video still exists. I'll find it online somewhere. But like, literally, we run up to her at this convention and we fall to the ground like we were just killed in Overwatch. And then we have her go, heroes never die, and rise us from the grave. And then both Etika and I, we like pound each other, and we're like, bro, get to the payload. And we go run off. And Reagan is like, who the hell are these two? Like, what is going on?
Wait, hold on. If you ran away, how did you secure the bag? Did you double back?
We looped back around. Yeah, we said it was like for a video, and we looped back around and stuff, and we ended up going to like a party the night afterwards and hanging out. But yeah, literally, I mean, he was with me when I met my girlfriend, which is wild. So yeah, he was with me for like so many big moments. Obviously, when he kidnapped me to go to Paragon was a huge moment too. Like, I don't know if people remember this video, but like he did this video where this was at my first apartment when I first moved to LA. He pulled up at my house. I did not know that he was going to do this. Pulled up at my house and was like, bro, we rented a big body. We're going to go drive down to Paragon, like this Smash Brothers tournament. Do you want to just leave with us for the weekend? And at the time, I was working for Disney. Like, I was working, and I'm like, dude, I can't just like leave over the course of the weekend. I got to get back for work on Monday. He's like, bro, I got you. We'll get you back in time. Don't worry about it. He literally drives to my house, films this video. I'm sure this video still exists somewhere. I'm sure you could find it. But like, films this video of like, bro, do you know where we are? We're at Roger's house right now. We're going to Paragon. Roger's going to use Shofu's ticket because Shofu couldn't go to the event. So I entered the event as Shofu and like played a bunch of people. And people were so mad at me because they were expecting to play Shofu. And it was like me turning up with my Mr. Game & Watch. But anyway, so like, dude, driving me down to go to Paragon, like being in the big body, going to Buca de Beppo afterwards, like playing Save That Money in the car, bro. Like, those memories are going to be with me forever, dude. Yeah, like, oh man.
Thank you for sharing. Sorry, I don't. Wait, hold on. There's so many parts to like break down. So you main Game & Watch?
I main Game & Watch. That's what you got out of that.
No. That's a part that threw me off.
That's the only takeaway.
Oh my god. Hold on. Hold on. Wait. So my girlfriend, she's in the other room right now. Hold on. So she's in the other room right now and heard us talking. She linked me the video. This is literally when we met her.
Can you screen share it or something?
Oh, there.
Yeah. Like, okay, I'll send it to you. You can pull it up. This is literally us meeting for the first time. Etika and I literally were like, let's go meet this girl on the top floor and do a skit. And then we filmed this thing.
Hold on, let me put it on. Please ignore my desktop, by the way. It's fucked up.
Because at the time, we were doing like a Japan Time panel at C2E2 that year. And so Etika was on the panel with me, and this was like the launch year for the Switch. So we were like giving away Mario Kart codes and stuff. Dude, yeah, pull this up for sure. Wow, I haven't seen this in forever.
Whoa! Now we gotta get to the payload.
And see if you can play it on stream.
Oh, dude, what a bunch of fucking... Oh,
dude, we were stupid. We were so stupid, bro. But it worked, clearly. Watch.
Yo, I'm so glad y'all had your fun, though.
And so we're like, go to the payload.
Yo, that was a genius idea, though. I can see why
you guys had to double take.
Oh, man. It was fire.
Dude, thank you for sending, bro. How the... Hey,
dude, yeah.
Incredible.
I told you, man, we went way back, and it's just like, there's so many fun memories like that I just remember of like all the fun times with Des. I can't think of a situation ever in which I would have like seen him and that we would not have just been like partying it up. Like every single time he was ever in town, it was an adventure. Always. Either if he was kidnapping me or like taking me to a different event or us like going out to dinner or whatever. It was always a lot of fun. I knew I was in for a good time when Des was in town. Dude, the TwitchCon party, like, oh my God, where they wrecked the Airbnb. Like, dude, oh, there's so many stories. But
dude,
oh man.
Thank you for sorry, the Mercy clip is timeless, bro. And the fact that that's your origin story, you're like, are you married? Or you're probably gonna get married. That's dope.
Yeah, we for sure will at some point, obviously. But we've been together for like 8 years at some point. So like I mean, she's like my long-term partner, obviously, you know. So the fact that he was there with me when that happened is huge, you know, it's huge. Like I think I feel very fortunate to not only have been his friend for years, obviously prior to his passing, and to have experienced so many awesome things with him, but for him to have been present for such a big moment in my life is that I can always look back on fondly is like, it's timeless, man. It's timeless. And like, again, that goes back to what I was saying earlier, where I feel like he's always with us. You know what I mean? Like, it's not, we talk about it in the past tense, but again, like, he is with us whenever they announce a new Smash Brothers, right? He is with us whenever they announce a new Fire Emblem. Whenever, like, Sonic 3, when they dropped the trailer for the movie, right? Like, he was with us for that. He was with us for Steve in Minecraft. Like, people saying, oh, I wish he would have seen this. Bro, he's seeing it.
And that's
seeing it
That's
now.
the beautiful part. It's not even, like, the energy feels so, like, physically tangible. But it's also, like, the physical stuff we actually have with the mural and shit like that.
And the mural, bro. Being able to go to that. So the first time I was actually able to see it in person would have been like 2 years ago at Anime NYC. I think I did like a short when I was able to actually go visit, not the first mural, but the second mural, obviously the permanent mural that's there now in Brooklyn. It was just gorgeous. The art team that like worked on that is just phenomenal. And the fact that that exists and is timeless and people can go visit to it and pay their respects and stuff, it's just, it was awesome. It was awesome getting to see that and getting to see so much love outpoured for him. And like to this day, again, like every time there's anything related to any type of content that he was making, seeing like a JoyConBoyz in the chat always makes me smile. So.
Oh yeah, man. I'm glad it's not going away, man. I'm not gonna say I got nervous, but it's just like the internet is such a wild cacophony of like crazy ass niggas, so you never know. But I'm glad that's something that's always persisted. Yeah. Oh shit! I gotta pee. Hold on. Can y'all hold it down, please? I gotta piss. Well, I'll be right back. I'm sorry.
Good. I could tell another story. While we're here. I could tell another fun dead story. So this would have been. I don't think this was during C2E2, but this was some event that he kidnapped me for that he talked about on stream. He mentioned the story. We were all staying in a hotel room together. Do you know the story?
I think I remember.
So you know this, okay? Because he told this story on stream, and I was like, "Bro, what are you doing?" I had people for like months being like, "Is this true?" I'm like, "Yeah, unfortunately, it is true." So I forgot the exact details, so you have to like excuse me. But it was essentially that, if I remember correctly, we were in like a hotel room for some type of event, and like John was getting ready. Like, he was in the bathroom getting ready, but he was taking a really long time to get ready. And Etika was ironing his shirt. And he was, like, ironing his shirt at the time. And they were, like, screaming through the door at John, like, bro, get ready, we gotta go. And I picked up the iron that Etika was, like, ironing the shirt with. And I, like, knocked on the door with, I don't even know why I did this. I was, like, knocking on the door with this iron, and then like John opens the door, and as he opens the door, like I swing back, and Etika like tries to like grab the door as John opens the door to like keep the door open, so like he could get in there and like yank John out to go to wherever he was going. And as he's doing this, he like reaches over and touches where the iron was. And so I feel so bad. I'm like, bro, I cannot believe I burned him with this iron. Like I felt so bad.
Wait, why'd you burn him with the iron?
That's what I'm. Oh, you missed the first part of the story. So yeah, he was reaching.
Right.
Anyway, you can go back, rewind the VOD, you can hear it. But essentially, I felt so bad about this. I'm like, bro, are you okay? I'm so sorry. He's like, bro, it's all good, and he played it off. But for the rest of that weekend, he was like, I'm never gonna forgive you for burning my arm with this iron. And then he talks about it on his stream afterwards. I'm like, bro, it was an accident. I'm sorry. Like, what are you doing? Oh my God.
Don't do me like this. Don't do me like this.
Exactly. But it was just moments like that. Obviously, it's like at the time I felt horrible, but like looking back on it, it was still like one of those like funny kind of timeless things, like stupid things that happens with your friends. Or like another one that I always laugh back and remember is like he was doing some stream. This would have been like, dude, I don't know, like 2015 or 26. No. This would have been like 20. This would have been late 2017, like early 2018 probably. He was doing like a viewer request stream or something, where like sponsors were sending him links to videos and he would react to these videos. And I remember, I think he texted me, I texted him is what it was. I texted him a link to a YouTube video of like a remix of a Mario 64 song done to, do you know who like, oh my God, dude, I'm going into the depths of memery with this, but like, do you know who like, Aniki is? Do you know who Aniki is? He was like this.
Is he vocode?
No. He was a like bodybuilding dude that was in Japan, like a white guy that was in Japan that was like a bodybuilder. Oh my
what's his name?
That sounds a little familiar.
Anki?
And Aniki, yeah.
Aniki.
And he and someone like did a Nico edit of Aniki in this like weird softcore foreign looking, I don't know what this was. Like tied with Mario 64. People are saying they remember this in the chat. I cannot remember
Anki?
the name of this video, but it was like a Mario 64 remix, which was like posted to YouTube, which is probably like one of the wildest things that I think could ever be posted on YouTube. And he was texting me being like, send me something crazy for this live stream. And I sent him the link to this video. And then I was like, dude, you gotta watch this. And so I hopped in his member chat. I'm like, bro, you gotta watch this. You gotta watch this video. And he pulled it up on stream. And then like whatever the next thing was that he watched on stream, like got him temporarily banned. Like it got his live stream stuff turned off for like a month. And so people were saying that it was Billy Harrington, bro. That's exact. Bro, yes, Multurn in my chat. Yes, Billy Harrington. Yes. Bro, I have to find this video. Hold on. You guys talk amongst yourselves. I'm gonna find this clip. This clip is, by the way, it's safe to show. It's safe to show on YouTube.
Sure, you're not gonna kill us. You're not gonna kill us. Okay.
Hold on.
Well, damn.
Oh man.
Well,
where is this?
Good stuff, man.
Questions.
Dude, what? Yes, it was Billy Harrington.
Shout out to the chat.
Yeah, sorry, I'm not really talking too much.
Through. I hope you guys are enjoying this. I hope you guys are all doing well out there listening to us. Just laugh and have a good time, man. That's what this is all about. And
oh my God, I found it. I found it.
Oh, you found it?
I found it. All right.
Put us on.
You keep going about the energy while I timestamp this for you.
Okay, we're good.
Yeah, no problem. So that's the thing about the energy, though, man, is that you can't really destroy energy. It just takes a new form. And I think the form that Des took is within all of the JoyConBoyz that he touched with his words, his funny moments, his memorable moments. That is how powerful his energy is, man. It's here with us right now. It's here with the three of us here talking. It's here with all of you in the chat. And I want to shout out all you guys and thank you guys for loving Des, loving the JoyConBoyz, and being JoyConBoyz forever.
That's a lovely thing for you to say. Now here is some absolute crazy stuff.
Here we go. It's time to laugh, boys.
Pull this on up. We'll watch this on the stream.
Okay, timestamp to the moment.
We gotta get this going.
Yeah, it's timestamped to like right where he asked me to send him the links, and you could literally even see my name in the live chat, like spamming the Nico link in the.
I see it. I see it. Okay, hold on. Let's put this switch on.
This is gonna get good.
This is gonna be crazy.
Well, I have YouTube muted.
What did you just send me?
Oh, okay, you got it back.
Yo, wait, what the fuck?
Excuse me?
I told you, it was from me, trust me. One of the funniest videos at Nico, you'll love it. You can literally see my name in there, right.
Bro, what is this?
Oh my god.
Whoa, wait, whoa. Okay, let's get the fuck out of me.
No, it's safe. But that's my point. That was my point, was like, it was this wild thing. And all these people thought that I got this stream banned for it. I'm like, no, bro, this was a YouTube video. Like, you're fine.
Whoa! Roger, this is scaring the fuck out of me. I can't see, like,
I promise. I promise.
Oh, God.
I promise it's not. It wasn't. Them blurring it makes it worse than what it was, bro. I guarantee you. Oh, my God, man.
How long is this?
No, you don't have to watch the whole thing. It was just, you get the idea from watching the clip. But, like, it was see, I was even saying it's safe. Don't worry, it's safe in the chat. But it was just so much fun.
Wait, hold on. Somebody sent a donation through.
Real quick, guys, we got a quick donation. Do you want me to read it?
Oh, sick, man.
I can.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry, I don't even have alerts on. Thank you so much, dude.
Blaine Z for $10. My favorite memory of Etika was his sponsor stream where Hammerheart roped him in to a drinking contest. I remember taking shots with him, listening to Kid Cudi, Just What I Am. I'll never forget that. Wow.
Oh, man, dude.
That is something, man. Thank you so much for sending the donation our way. Thank you.
Also, taking shots, like,
and thanks for sharing the memory.
Even the idea of, like, you know, taking shots on stream and stuff, like, with your community, that's a big thing too. That, like, again, I don't remember a lot of people, if any, doing that on live streams on YouTube at the time, right? Like he was just like, we're gonna wild and out, we're gonna have a good time. And like that was a huge inspiration for like something that I still do to this day on my channel is I do this thing with my members called Hamtaro Happy Hour, where we like I take shots of Bailey's and I watch old episodes of Hamtaro. And like that's so much of that is like trying to channel like his energy from those earlier streams, man. It was just like he always had like good stream ideas and like good ways to interact with the community, and it was always so much fun. Yeah.
Hamtaro. That's a cool way to perpetuate that. What is Hamtaro?
Hamtaro is oh boy. Hamtaro is an old anime from like the late 90s, early 2000s that was dubbed in English by 4Kids. And it's
wait, is it the bunny with the like the fucking, is it that one?
There's no bunny in Hamtaro.
Okay.
They're hamsters.
Oh.
And they're little hamsters that go on big adventures, and they have their own little language, and like the song is like it's Hamtaro time, and like there's all this other weird stuff. And the dub is incredibly cringy, which is what makes it so timeless and good.
This is cute as fuck though.
And those videos, because the show like never got licensed beyond, I think it was like 2006 or 2007 or something, like it's fully available to watch for free on YouTube, so you could just like watch it without any copyright issues, and you can watch like the original dub, and so it's super fun to do live on stream.
So you just get lit and watch Hamtaro.
Yeah.
That's right, we get lit and watch Hamtaro. Yeah, Hamtaro Happy Hours, man.
That's a fire segment to have. Hamtaro.
That's so good, man. Oh, someone just mentioned in the chat the ghost stories.
Yeah, that's what I thought he was talking about. That's what I thought you were
that
talking about.
I thought, actually, funny story.
Bro, so
Etika
good.
is the one that told me about that in the first place. I literally didn't even know about that dub until he put me on it.
And it was official, right? Am I tweaking? Because I thought it was just like a fan-made project the entire time.
I'm pretty sure it was. No, it was. I'm pretty sure it was official. I'm pretty sure it was legit, which made it even more incredible.
Hey, they're legendary for that shit, though. I don't know how that shit flew through the radar, but hey. Oh, fuck. Well, yo, real quick, because I'm not sure how... Do you guys want to start taking, like, questions from the chat now?
For sure. Yeah,
okay,
because I got like 15 more minutes, so throw the questions at me.
We'll make the best.
Let's hear this.
Not because you're rapping, but because you're black. Thank you. Fucking crazy ass. Okay, yeah, whoever wants to ask a question, go right ahead.
Please,
JoyConBoyz, drop those
favorite
comments,
moments
drop those
or
questions in the live
anything.
chat.
Yeah, we're good, man.
Oh, there is a question. I don't know if you know who JoyConJames is, but he's he founded the channel. He's one of us.
Oh, right on.
So he had a question that
yeah. He's the one who got he was the one who got the bomber jacket put back on the store, right? My guy, dude. Shout out to James.
So James, he had a question he wanted to slide you. It was, I think it was like, I wrote it down. Hold on. Is One Piece worth it 1,000 episodes deep?
No.
Oh, shit.
No, I'm telling you that as a One Piece content creator, absolutely not. No, you know what you should do? You should read the manga. Do not watch the show. Read the manga, enjoy it, and then wait for the One Piece, which is the new Netflix-funded remake anime, which is essentially to be One Piece Brotherhood. That's going to basically be seasonal and have each major story saga of One Piece done within like one season each. And it'll take way less time. You'll enjoy it more. You won't have to deal with the bad pacing. You won't have to deal with some of the early 90s animation. And you'll have a good time. But the answer is no. Read it instead. Do not watch it.
Well, Jay, you have your answer. Fuck. I think because I'm like 10 episodes, I'm like 30 episodes behind. The filler in fucking, it wasn't Alabasta. I think it was like 2 arcs afterwards. That shit is not fucking, I couldn't digest it. But I guess you have your answer, JJ. And for anybody else, I don't know who amongst you haven't gotten to One Piece yet, but I think that's a fair take. I didn't know about the Brotherhood thing though. That's dope. I gotta do some more research.
It's essentially, you know how like you have FMA has like Brotherhood, right? Which is the condensed, better version essentially of like Full Metal Alchemist. That's debatable, but whatever. But it's like, and it's got better pacing, right? It's like the definitive version, the best way to watch it. That is what the One Piece is trying to be. It's like the new kind of like best version, and it's developed by, bringing it all back to Desmond, it's developed by Studio Wit, which is the studio that did Attack on Titan. So literally the Attack on Titan studio is remaking One Piece, and it's going to be done seasonally. So it's like, it's going to be incredible, dude. It's going to be incredible.
Can't go wrong with that.
Dude, I didn't know Studio Wit was in there.
So we got
this
some
is
questions.
super weird.
We got some questions rolling in.
Oh yeah, let's hear it. Yeah, bring the questions in. Let's go.
Okay. Ren, do you want to pick one
first
first?
Question here.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and just read. So I see one right here. Roger, you gonna go to the Switch 2 launch at Nintendo?
Uh, no comment. There's no comment.
No comment. Okay. Lock and key. Lock and key. Can't say.
I will say. I will say
top
this.
secret.
I will say this. If the San Francisco store is open by the time that the Switch 2 launch happens, I will most definitely go to the launch there. But I think Switch 2 is probably closer than some people are expecting, and so I don't think Switch 2 launch in New York is necessarily something I'm going to go to unless they have like a media preview event. Because like a lot of the time when Nintendo takes me for media previews, it'll be in New York. Because like that's one of their main headquarters for their PR, and like that's when they do their little media previews. Like they did that for Echoes of Wisdom and like Super Mario Party Jamboree and stuff like that. So like yeah, I mean if they do something like that for Switch 2, I'll for sure be there. But I cannot imagine that would be around the time of the actual launch of the system. Also, bro, I have to also just say this while we're on this topic of Switch 2, minor tangent, but like, bro, the actual troll of him with the 3D printed Joy-Cons has got to be one of the top 5 moments in internet history. The fact that like news outlets are reporting on it, it's legendary. Obviously, that's what JoyConBoyz comes from, right? It's like JoyConBoyz on the streams.
JoyConBoyz.
It's iconic, dude. It's iconic, and like that's forever gonna be a part of Nintendo history. Even removed from YouTube, right? People still like it within like the gaming media sphere, right? Like not content creators, but like gaming media people are still familiar with the JoyConBoyz meme, which is just to go to show like how far Etika's reach was and how much he still impacts things to this day. Yeah.
Yeah, I think iconic clip too. I think I remember Triforce saying something about like he actually on the back end niggas almost got fired from Nintendo because of like the JoyConBoyz thing. Yeah, I don't want to say too much because I'm not sure like what I'm allowed to say.
No, he's totally. Yeah. Oh, dude, I wish he was here to talk about it. Yeah, because like it's so funny because he's got the East Coast perspective while I had the West Coast perspective of everything that was going on at that time. It's crazy. I'm sad that I missed him. Make sure to tell him I say hello. I mean, I have not seen Triforce I think at an event since like maybe E3 2018, 2007. I mean, it's been a very, very, very long time. Maybe no, actually, come to think of it, when was C&D's like Mario Odyssey? That was like Switch launch. That was 2017. So it was sometime around then when like he was doing the stuff with C&D with Switch launch.
But still a minute regardless.
I mean, it's been a minute regardless since I've had the chance to talk to him.
Long while, yeah.
Gotcha. Here, I can try and ring him real quick.
Question that I wanted to throw if we have time. Do we have time for at least one more question?
I think we got time for one more.
So I think this one's relevant. It's another anime question. Do you guys read JoJo's?
Oh, wait, boy. That's for all of us?
So,
I think it was for everyone.
You guys in on
guys.
Something. Okay,
here we
go. I know Etika loved it. I'm not the biggest JoJo fan on the planet. I'm not, unfortunately.
Please say psych. Please say psych.
I am one. I'm not. I am one of those. I am one of those disgusting casuals that enjoys part 3 more than any of the other parts that I've consumed. I am literally currently at Kira at the end of part 4. So I'm about to get into the good stuff of part 4. I am excited to watch it, and I do plan on watching it because I know I'm gonna love part 5. My name's DiLuigi. I feel like it's in Italy. It's got Giorno. Like I know I'm gonna like part 5, but I haven't had the chance to finish part 4 yet, and so because of that, I haven't watched part 5 because I might be a dirty casual when it comes to JoJo, but I'm not a part skipper.
That was my okay. I'm glad that I rectified myself. Thank you, dude. I think for
the same way.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Because, bro, JoJo's, that's like my fucking trigger word, man. That's like my favorite. Top 5, definitely. If I start, part 4 is fucking amazing. I'm already cutting you off, friend. My bad.
Yep.
Please.
No, you're all good. The way that you probably look at part 3 is the same way I actually look at part 5. Part 5 is just beautiful. God, Giorno's theme, I was obsessed with that theme the first time it dropped, man. Oh, it's
the chokehold it had on the internet was crazy. That was like incredible. that was a time, man.
I think that was peak JoJo as far as like like just people watching and reacting. I think that was kind of the peak in a lot of ways.
Yeah, because it got
And it was
memed to
coming
bloody
out
hell
weekly.
like way before then. But
That
I think
too.
part 5 is when it really, because niggas pulled out whole pianos and pulled up on the sidewalk and started
Yes.
playing Jonas theme. That is like, I've never seen another
Yes.
anime have that kind of motion. Maybe it's Attack on Titan. Well, in
Incredible.
One Piece, of course, but like that shit was
Oh,
crazy.
Attack on Titan
Yeah,
for
for
sure,
sure.
dude. Yeah, Sasageo,
Absolutely.
Sasageo.
Okay, we can't. Wait, we can't. Yo, we can't. I will not shut the fuck up about AOT. But for JoJo's, for me, so those are interesting responses. For me, I think my favorite part would have to be part 4, just because of the like, it was just such a good cast. I think like every part has its own redeeming like overarching theme that makes it like top notch. Like part 6 with being freedom and actually like the prisons we make for ourselves and breaking out of them. Like just long story short, I fuck with all of them. Part 4 would probably have to be my favorite. I can make a tier list at some point, but thank you for the question. JoJo's is like
Absolutely. Can I ask a question to you guys before I end up having to leave?
yeah, please.
Go
right.
for it. Go for it.
What I would love to have a conversation about, as somebody who is also, someone who streams video games, and as we kind of talked about earlier, what are your top 3 favorite Etika playthroughs?
Oh, I was waiting for this one. Ben, if you wanna cook before I do.
No, you know what? You go ahead, man. I feel like you gotta just get it out.
Okay, yeah, please. Okay, Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I would say I don't think T2. Okay, as negative as 2B2T was, I think the stretch of like, actually no, fuck that. That would be like number 4th. But if I would probably be like Xenoblade Chronicles 2, number 2. I would say Deltarune would probably be my favorite of all time. I watched it like every fall. And for a third one,
Deltarune, really?
yeah. It was just okay. It was because at that time I had really got like, I had watched them before, but that's when I got back into them, and I would always pull up with like a piece of pumpkin pie just because of the ambience, and it was just like, oh, sitting down with that was dope. And I also think that's one of my favorite streams of his, like the part 2 of Deltarune 2, just because of how like he just gave these heartfelts at times, which he did a lot of the time, which I'm appreciative of. But I think the way he goes, like, it's just the talks that he gave in Deltarune 2, especially towards the end when he was reading Toby's like love letter to the fans, and how he felt so pressured about like making something that could stand next to Undertale, and how he also felt like he had to cater to previous expectations of what Undertale was. I think the way he broke that down was just like, oh, his mentality was dope, man. But to answer your question, yeah, Xenoblade Chronicles 2, Deltarune 2, and third, it might have to be Minecraft. Fuck, not Minecraft. Undertale.
That's good.
Yeah.
No, that's good. Yeah.
Minecraft, of course.
But yeah, that's my top 3. What about y'all?
Yeah, man. Oh wait. Oh, do we want Roger? Do we want you to answer this question?
Well, I was gonna go last. I can tell you right now, though. I mentioned it earlier. Number 1 for me is Fire Emblem. I feel like specifically, I know this is gonna be a controversial take, bro. I loved his Fate streams. I genuinely loved his Fate streams. Awakening was obviously super fun to watch, and he was uploading in parts with like the little, 10-minute chunks. But like the live experience, especially coming off of Kamui, like that moment with Corrin and with Smash Brothers, like witnessing that and like watching him play through Fates was so much fun. Especially because like he was doing it on the hard mode where like the characters permanently die, and obviously he didn't make it all the way through it, but like for what existed of that playthrough was so much fun. My second, I would probably actually have to go with Undertale. I think that's probably a safe answer, but I feel like Undertale to me, beginning to end, right, that moment at the ending, finally conquering Sans, is just like so satisfying to watch. So satisfying to watch. And then actually my third, I would say is a toss-up between Sonic Mania and Sonic Forces. Because Sonic Mania, those streams were incredibly fun to watch because they were like short burst kind of streams instead of like his 3-4 hour long ones. He was doing them as like an hour, 2 hours. And it was just really fun to like wake up and see those in my sub box. But dude, like just the character creation portion of Sonic Forces like makes this game that I would never want to go back and replay like so satisfying when you're actually going back and watching those streams. They were so much fun. So many memes that came out of those, and just like, yeah, just an absolute blast. So that's what I would say. Fire Emblem, Undertale, Sonic.
That's a valid list. Okay.
Nice.
Thank you for the question. I feel like I should have incorporated more of those type in the podcast, but thank you. I was like, just,
We'll know for next time.
Thank you,
I guess I
Roger.
should answer I'll do mine quick. I can do mine quick.
You got to do yours, of course. Yeah.
Well, yeah. So I'm gonna actually rank them in order. So at number 3, I gotta go with Sonic Forces. Yes, the freaking created character. Oh my gosh, that was such a time for Sonic, man. I mean, even more so now. Like things are just going crazy. The movie. Woo, we'll probably get to that maybe if we can. Mania is second place, and then I gotta go. I gotta go with this man. Look, if you see my profile picture, man, I'm very biased. I'm not even gonna hide it, bro. Persona 5, bro. Wake up, get up there. Like, oh my god, the music. So freaking good, bro. I was dancing with him. I ain't even gonna lie.
Dude, I wish he made it because it took him so long to listen to Beneath the Mask for the first time. That shit blew my mind because it's like, it's such a sexual track. I wish he had listened to it sooner rather than like late in like 2019.
That's
but it is what
you're describing it.
Beneath the Chef's Kiss.
It's a great song. It's a great
Brother,
song.
I literally listen to that every other day, man. I can't even.
It's so smooth, especially like as a barista, bro. I just put that shit on the queue every chance I fucking get. It's like it's a staple.
It's different. Yep.
It's different.
Oh, can I give an honorable mention to? I'm gonna give an honorable mention.
Yeah.
It's my
Wait, as long as you let me
rules. I don't care.
Okay.
Honorable mention's got to be Doki Doki Literature Club, man.
Yes. Okay.
Crazy.
Yes.
You gotta hold on. Wait. Can I say why that's like top 5 for me too? Before I would say that there's all the fucking jump scares and shit, all the crazy parts with Sayori, absolutely. And again, I'm not gonna try and go into spoiler territory, even though it's like fucking 5 years at this point. What's wrong with you? But what I will say, I think the final part with Monica is one of my favorite parts of the game, and then I think intrinsically just because of that, it's like my favorite part of the playthrough overall. It's just like him actually giving a fuck about like to interact with Monica's prompts was one of the I think it made the game so. It added this depth to it because like Monica's portrayed as an actual person, but it's just like the conversations he has and like the actual retrospective thought he like adds to the conversation with Monica at the end is dope. And like it's just I think that's the best part of the playthrough for me, and I think therefore that would probably be like number 4, number 5 for me. But so I don't want to yap too much. I know you gotta go. I don't want to fucking hold you hostage.
No, it was great. It was great. I just, like I said, I appreciate you guys having me. This has been an absolute blast getting to like share our memories. And once again, I gotta thank you guys just again as a friend of Dez's to be like, thanks for keeping him alive and keeping his memory alive. And to all the Joy-Con boys out there watching, like, dude, it means a lot. That to this day, right, that I see like JoyConBoyz forever in like live chats of Nintendo Directs and stuff like that. It's just, it's awesome. So keep doing all the great stuff that you guys are doing. Keep the community alive. You know, just thank you. Thanks for having me. This was an absolute blast. It was a pleasure talking to you guys. And yeah, I'm sure I'll catch you guys again at some point. Best of luck and JoyConBoyz forever, man.
Likewise, man. Take care of yourself. I appreciate your time, man.
Thank you so much for coming.
Absolutely.
Thanks so much for coming.
Absolutely. Take care, you guys. Good night, everybody.
You have a goddamn good one, man. You have a goddamn good one.
Absolutely. Peace. Have a damn good one. Exactly. Good night.
I forgot I'm in OBS. All right, we should probably close it out then, Ren. Oh, that was so dope. That was so fucking dope.
Yeah.
Ren, anything you want to? Yeah, sorry. That was such a fun conversation to have, though.
Great time.
Let
me say, man, you guys in the chat, man, I see what you guys are saying, man. This is the peak of this community right here, where we can just have a good freaking time
and enjoy ourselves for once. Yes,
despite what we've seen. Yes, and this is what it ought to be. This is what we could do to really honor who he was as a person, man. Because this is just a small piece of what he was always about. Having a good time, spreading love, filling hearts with love. And
turning a 6 to a 9. Turning a 6 to a 9.
This is year 6. We are on year 6, and we are going to turn this 6 into a 9. I can tell you that much.
Yeah. About Triforce, I'm not sure if he'll be able to make it. I wish we were able to lock that in. But still, we had a really rich conversation with Roger. And thank you all for. I'm sorry. I'm usually like better on top of like saying hi to everybody. It's just like bouncing between the stream and like actually setting up the podcast, which Ren knows where I set this up like a little later than I should have. But like it's still thank you so much for being here.
We made it work.
We made it work. But much love, y'all. I guess we'll close it out now. Thank you. Yeah, more things to come for sure to actually create and perpetuate. Thank you.
Look forward.
Hell yeah. But if I start again, I'm not going to stop. Much love, y'all. Make sure to take your time. Enjoy yourselves. And as a great man once said, please have yourselves a damn good one. and drink that water, bro. My stomach kind of hurts, so I need to guzzle some. Pause.
It's so good, Water Gang.
Sorry, Water Gang. But much love, y'all. I'm gonna fade out now. Peace. Be